G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Cold Waters with Mags. And with the rapid completion of our Soviet campaign, far faster than I was expecting, who would have known that the Alpha was actually that good at the campaign, we are just going to play around with a couple of interesting submarines here. So this is the Ohio class SSBN, Ballistic Missile Submarine. We are currently being hunted by 3 contacts, which I am just about to start actually identifying. I don't know what these are. I'm going to assume we've got 3 submarines on us at this point, and we're going to have to deal with these. They've actually come in rather close for the start of the mission. I was expecting them to be a little bit harder to detect.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 1.
That's not good.
8,
That's not good at all.
faded.
Alright. Try and get a look on what Sierra 2 is. That's not going to help. This may not be a submarine.
Con helm, steady course.
It's a Juliet.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
I think that's a Juliet. I think. Yes, I think that's a Juliet. We'll start this again. G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Cold Waters with Mags, and welcome aboard the Ohio class SSBN, Nuclear Ballistic Missile Submarine,
Right to 1.
Alabama, I think this one is.
Aye.
So with the completion of our Soviet campaign, which completed a hell of a lot faster than I was initially expecting, I really wasn't expecting the Alpha to be that good at the campaign, but it turns out having a fast hunter-killer submarine is actually kind of ideal.
Sierra 1,
Alright,
bearing
we've
1.
got contacts for Sierra
1.
1 and Sierra 3. So we are playing around with some of the other submarines because you don't often get to play as ballistic missile submarines in Cold Waters. So we are playing as the Ohio class. As I said, I think this is the Alabama.
Come right to
And we
2,
are being
2,
hunted
10.
by
Aye.
3 packed submarines. I don't know what they are yet. I have identified Sierra 2 as a Juliet. I'm not sure about the rest just yet. I'm just starting identifications on them now because I lost them. Where are we at? I have to get back to the start of the Red 4 stuff. What have we got? What are you? So much stuff in here now that we've got the mod in. Whoa, hang on. That looked close. That looked promising. Okay, Sierra 3 is not a submarine. Sierra 3 is a biologic. So that means Sierra 1. Only 2 submarines. What are you, Sierra 1? When I'm scanning through these, because there's so many, I'm looking for the outer bars to get them lined up. As you can see, as we're closing through, they shrink and get closer together. And then I'm looking for something that matches. See, that's too far. An Oscar is a possibility.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
and Oscar is a definite possibility. Alright, so we're hiding just below the thermal layer at this point, which is only a weak layer. Weak layer and a weak duct. 98 decibels in the water. This isn't great for us. We're about 111 decibels, I think, off the top of my head. So we're noisier than the ambient by a large enough margin to be noticed.
Come left to 15.
What is Oscar? Oscar. Although Oscar's even louder. 132 decibel, which is quiet. 132 decibel. It's louder than ours. It should be louder than ours by a significant portion. And Juliet isn't an issue, which is why we picked her up so easily and so early. 160 decibel in the water, so she is making a racket. Alright, Oscar. Now there could be more. I don't know how many contacts are going to be here hunting us. I thought we had 3. Looks like we've only got 2. But there could be contacts that we haven't picked up yet either. We won't actually know until the pinging starts and the mission ends. Right, so I'm going to... Well, that's going to blind me though. I really need just to turn directly south and give a better angle for the towed sonar on the Oscar. Ballistic missile submarines do look kind of cool. The Ohio here looks very 688 based, very Los Angeles class, just with this massive bulge up the back. And some of the other designs for the ballistic missile subs are fantastic. Typhoon is still my favorite though. I think Russia nailed it with Typhoon. She's just a monster. Alright, there we go. And looks like we got a confirmation. It is Oscar 2, 94%. Just waiting for 95. Let's have a look at our Oscar. There she is. Just cruising underneath the surface. May not have actually been able to detect us yet, although she'll know about us soon enough. Now, range is 3.5. She's going to hear us very soon because we're louder than ambient. Active. Contact 40, negative 12. Alright, she would be just about ready to pick us up on towed.
Con, helm, steady course.
Yeah, alright, so torpedoes.
Our new contact bearing 148, designated Sierra.
Speaking of which, we have another contact, but I'm going to have to deal with Oscar first. We have to engage Oscar because Oscar's going to detect us otherwise, and they will engage us. So, torpedo away. Shorten up that activation.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is cavitating.
Sierra 4's cavitating. Sierra 4 heard the torpedo launch. While she's being noisy, Oscar's starting to turn away. What are you? No, it's not a kilo. It may be diesel though.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 125. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Can't actually hear well enough at the moment. I'm getting between November, Tango, Whiskey. None of these are good. Well, none of these are particularly dangerous. I'm not too concerned. Ohio's a pretty beastie machine, all things considered. I'm going to peg one at Juliet, even though I don't know exactly where she is. These are Mark 48s, so finding her shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 133.
Alright.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is cavitating. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Yeah, weapon has
Fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
reacquired for a split second.
Con sonar,
Come on.
noisemaker bearing 138.
Did it depth change? Impact on Oscar. No, it didn't depth change, but it's going to the surface now after being hit in the midsection, so we forced her up. She's no longer dangerous. Sierra 4. We've blown a moss up just in case we actually need one.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as submerged submarine.
Kilo. Thought it might be a diesel. I wasn't 100%, but I thought it could be a diesel. So 2 diesels and the Oscar. This is an odd combination of submarines here, although I suppose there is a bit of RNG involved in what you actually get. Alright, so
Good road 2-1 ready.
I don't know how many wires Ohio has. Apparently Ohio has 4 wires. Okay, so that works. Alright, so 2 is away, 4 is away, 3 is away. Now I'm going to send 4 after the Oscar on the surface to put her down, just so she can't lob any more torpedoes. 2 is going to go after the Kilo, and I'm going to send 3 after the Juliet over here and get rid of her before she's close enough to actually be able to see me. I'm not too concerned about her. She's, well, it's a Juliet. She's blind as a bat at absolute best, but she does have torpedo tubes. So if she does get close enough to pick me up, she'll have no problem lobbing all the torps in the world in my general direction, which is not something that I want. I'm actually surprised I haven't been counterfired on the rest of these yet. I imagine Kilo's reacting to the first torpedo that hit Oscar, probably hasn't heard the others, possibly reacting to this one. Juliet, at 96 in the water, it's entirely possible that Juliet simply hasn't heard anything yet and has no idea what the hell is going on.
Noisemaker bearing 129. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 130. Contact faded. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 130.
Yeah, no, I don't believe you. Kilo's not there. Apparently Juliet isn't there either. Juliet isn't there. Juliet got closer than I thought.
Con sonar new contact bearing 085. Designated Sierra 5.
Another one? Okay, so we've got another contact, but it's a ways out.
Noisemaker bearing 131.
Oh, this poor Juliet's got it. Okay, so Juliet's out of the game.
071. Contact breaking up.
I might short activate.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
And we might send 4.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
It's going to be a pain in the ass to actually control. We're going to send 4 out this way. 2 is going to go into the Oscar. Hopefully that'll be enough to put Oscar on the bottom permanently. Boom. Okay, Oscar is dealt with. I want Oscar out here. I want Torpedo 4 out here for not the blue whale. Not the blue whale. We're not going to piss off Greenpeace. No. Let's give a swing over. Somewhere out here is a Kilo. Find the Kilo. Nice oil slick on the surface. Alright, so Oscar is out of the game. Sierra 5, what are you? Well, we've got a torpedo out running. Ford just wants to go for that damn whale. I could mark targets for the torpedo to just not detect. There we go. Alright, we got a light. Looks like an unstable lock. We're flicking between locked and... No, there we go. It's gone solid. Okay, cool. So Torpedo 4 has now acquired Kilo. Kilo's cavitating. Kilo knows a torpedo's coming in. Interesting, no counterfire though. I think we've got this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's nothing much Kilo can do here.
Sonar lost contact.
Boom.
04. Last bearing 120. Contact breaking up. Come left 2.
Ohio's on a roll here, but it's not like they're really making it too hard. What is 05?
Come left 2. 086. Helm I.
So there's the real challenge. There is the real challenge in the Victor.
Come left 2. 082. Helm I.
Although I'm wondering whether or not we're just getting really lucky here and nobody can actually pick us up.
Come left 2.
Just sitting below the thermal layer here, we're bouncing all the signals and we just happen to be in just the right spot that nobody's entirely sure on exactly where we are. Probably help if I reloaded some torpedoes here though. Alright, so 3-8 caps. Got a huge amount here. We've also TridentZ, 4 Moss. Got a full deck on board. We got a really good signal on this Victor as well. It's a good looking submarine. These should do something. I should do a video on one of the Victors because there's 3 Victors that you can actually sail as, and the Sierra is the other one I really like as well.
Torpedo room 2-2 ready.
Yeah, she is hunting. She is definitely hunting. What is her signal details?
2-3 ready.
She went active, should pick us up straight away. She cannot.
Lost contact.
She can't hear us on passive at the moment.
073. Contact.
So we're going to do. Why am I on the surface?
Torpedo room
That's not what I wanted. That's noisy. I don't want to be on the surface. Last place in the world I want to be. Down. Oh, I must have hit the wrong button. That's not good. That's also probably why we lost the Victor there too. Head back, change that, make it 250 feet.
250 feet, dive high.
Hopefully the Victor didn't get a really good listen to us there. Oh, on the upside, our torpedo is well above the... Well, it's in the surface duct. Although we're going to have to dive it a hell of a long way. Victor is down here at around 500 feet, so...
Con sonar regained contact.
There we go.
On Sierra 5, bearing 0.
We have contact again. And it's heading straight towards us, yes. Change depth, let's go back to 200. I don't want to go too deep, it'll make us too obvious. It's actually closer to 650 feet. Shot.
0 feet, dive high.
You still can't... Oh, we're on the verge of being detected by your toad at this kind of range and this kind of level. Passive, we're still good. If you went active right now, we would light up like a Christmas tree. Yeah, I'm turning on. That's far enough out. This torpedo should hopefully make the Victor panic and maneuver, and if we need one, we'll be able to send a second one its way. Looks like it's turning back. Just looking at the movement. Looks like it's now going. Its depth hasn't changed as far as we can tell. We don't have a good signal on this, so I'm guessing its position, but it seems roughly right in comparison to what we had before. We've only got 39% on it. Now we're going to have to dive as soon as we go active.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Diving down to about 700 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 066.
Victor has detected the torpedo. It was further out than we expected. I don't believe it's there. It's about there. With that information, 0 and towed 33 passive, 8 active. It should be able to hear us on towed if we're moving at a speed for it, but it's not anymore. Current speed is accelerated to 28 knots.
Bearing 061.
Manually changing direction on the torpedo. Try and get it on catch on the return, and
Con, fire control, weapon
bang,
acquired.
picked up. Alright, we've got a torpedo in the water. I can't see it, but it's there. And torpedo missed. Victor has managed to dodge. Actually, this is the point. We just got a report about a torpedo in the water, and we can't hear it. So there may have been more fired that we just didn't pick up. Possibly. Looking at hits. No, missed 2. Manual turn back. And this one's going to miss as well. Victory. I'm actually kind of impressed with this. This thing is making this a nightmare. Name this is the Neo class. Maybe. Nope, it's. This thing's making a mockery at the moment. All the others died so easily. It's alright. I've got 18 minutes to get you before this torpedo was out. So I better hurry this up because you did fire a torpedo and I don't know where that torpedo went. Yeah, not this time. Boom. Change direction. And let's change depth to get above the thermal layer and go to 100 feet.
Depth 100 feet, dive by.
There we go. Alright, so USS Alabama, SSBN 731. So we had 4 targets here. We did have an Oscar 2, a Kilo 2, a Juliet, and a Victor 3. Kills on all of them, 20 ad caps remaining. Not that it matters, this is just a once-off battle. We had 5 Moss, which we didn't need to move, and we didn't lose any 4 of our Tridents. So, there we have it. A successful mission in the Barents Sea. This was fun. I probably need to do a few more of these, since I've pretty much got all of the campaigns up on channel now, I think. I don't think there's any I'm missing. So yeah, I think we're going to run through a couple of the individual submarines that are available in this mod and just do some playing around and some engagements with them and seeing what turns out. Anyways, ladies and gents, hope you enjoyed this one and thank you very much for watching. Cold Waters will return in the very near future, and until next time, remember to click that like button if you did, share and subscribe if you want to see more, and as always, take care.